This year has seen a lot of restaurant openings, and Vegas already has so much good food, it can feel a little overwhelming. So today in CityCast Las Vegas, I'm with Lorraine Blanco Moss, food writer and chef, and Al Mancini, creator of the Neon Feast Restaurant Guide. They're going to share their list of the best new restaurants of 2025, and with their expert guidance, we can all make a plan to hit the latest and the greatest in the new year. It's Thursday, December 18th. I'm Sarah Lohman, and here's what Las Vegas is talking about. All right, Al, Lorraine, welcome. Good to see you.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Thanks for having us.
So here's the deal. It's a fill-in-the-blank sentence. Al, we'll start with you. 2025 was the year of blank in Las Vegas's food scene.
Splintering, I'd say. We went in several different directions. I think it really went from being one food scene to two or possibly three different food scenes.
Wow. And what do you mean, like conceptually or physically?
Well, I mean, I think, and this may be reversing, by the way, but I think we had really gone to the point where the Strip was for tourists only. Mm-hmm. And I think this year really epitomized the Strip being for tourists only, which I think the Strip's kind of getting to regret. And as a result of that, I think then we've seen a great off-Strip casino dining scene really get turned up another notch. And then I've seen neighborhood dining, just continuing to develop in an incredible way.
Lorraine, 2025 was the year of blank in the Las Vegas food scene. What do you think?
I think modern upscale. So obviously, most of us food writers, we could go either end. I could do freaking the dirtiest, slimiest burger ever, French fries and beer, or I could go to Pisces and do super elegant, super expensive, hanging on the Lake of Dreams. But I feel like there were so many openings this year that were number one, modern Indian, modern Italian, modern whatever. And it feels like a lot of those modern places are upscale. So I would say upscale is not necessarily all the way in bougie, and it's just sort of above that medium level. It's like you would get dressed up, but maybe you'd wear, some nice jeans and a top. There were so many restaurants like that. Bar Bohème, Tamba. It's just sort of interesting how everybody's sort of doing a take on whatever kind of cuisine, but they have to put modern in front of it. It feels like every press release says modern on it. I'm like, what the hell is modern? I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, it's so general and could be used in so many ways.
Yeah, just a vague buzzword. And, honestly, as a food historian, I feel attacked right now. I feel prejudiced against. Where is the historic Italian? The historic Bar Bohème?
It'll come back. Don't worry. Somebody will do it.
Okay, good. So but that's not what we're doing today, unless there's any new modern historic cuisine. Let's talk about some of our best fresh faces that have opened up in the last year all over the city. So this is the best, but this is totally your opinion, whether it's best food, best ambience, best experience, however, what combo, but give us the details. So Lorraine, why don't we start with you? What is one of your favorite spots to open up in 2025?
Obsessed with Bar Bohème. And it's hard for me to say this because I love Esther's Kitchen. I love Ada's. I love all the things, but I think it's his best.
Okay,
I feel
why?
Like
because of course,
there's such a passion there. Yeah. It's something that he's going back to in terms of, as a chef, going back to that French culinary background, which is what all of us kind of started in culinary school. It's so approachable yet refined. And that's kind of my favorite zone to be in. It's like when you have that delicious food, escargot, the bread there is this really amazing Frenchy beurre de revolve le meunier. I'm saying it wrong because I'm terrible at French.
But it's just
great. Insane, really Frenchy butter. But at the same time, it's the burger there just kills. It's so good. And I love that upscale yet approachable situation. It's funky inside. It's funky yet sophisticated. So you go and you got that arts district, downtown funky feel, but you're also getting that upscale food like escargot and a very refined pastry program. That's my favorite of the year, but a very close tie would be Tamba And
Mm.
Tamba is
Okay,
modern Indian.
hang on. Let's come back to Tamba because I am pumped about that too. Because one, I just want to point out that the he, they of Bar Bohem is James Trees and his restaurant group, right? Who
Mhm.
also opened up High Stakes off strip, but near the strip this year too. And Al, you had a thought on Bar Bohem as well. Go ahead.
Well, I love Barbo M, and I agree with Lorraine that I like it more than I like his Italian restaurants, to be completely honest. And I
Mm,
think there's something new about bringing casual French, this level of casual French bistro, to the Vegas burbs, right? Or off the strip.
mm,
We've always had a few things. We've had Bardo Brasserie on the strip. We've had Mon Ami Gambi on the strip. And I think a lot of people
right.
forget how simple but beautiful this classic French bistro fare is, and it's both casual and elegant at the same time, and that's what James is capturing at Bar Bohem. So I love
Mm,
that he is doing that. I love that there is a place you can just walk into in the Arts District to do that, and it's great. It would be my favorite James Trees restaurant, but I'm really
mm,
looking to see what Jackson Stamper does when he reopens Ada's down in the Arts District, because that's
mm-hmm.
another James Trees restaurant that's being relocated, which has honestly always been my favorite. So those are my thoughts on Barbo M, though. I absolutely love the restaurant. And the
I
butter.
feel like,
There's no
oh, the
better
butter is
butter.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Ada's, I always feel like it's an unsung hero. Like,
Yeah.
not enough
Mm,
people went there in Summerlin. Even, there was an old Ada's and there was a new Ada's, both in the same area, but
mm,
no one frequented it as much as they should have.
mm.
The chef there, Jackson Stamper, is ridiculous. He comes up with the coolest combinations of things, and he's very much into that upscale yet approachable kind of
Mm.
thing.
Okay, so I did just bring up Tamba, and I have to say that the first line of the Google search says modern Indian cuisine. So
Right?
there you have it. All right, but this is a good one. So Lorraine, tell me why, and then Al, we're going to go to some of your picks too.
I love the live fire cooking. Another one that makes
Ooh.
my list this year is Bazaar Mate. So I love that live fire cooking in general. It makes everything taste charred. It feels just warmer and just sexier when it's got like that flame on your food. So that's what
Mm,
they specialize in. I love that it's a mashup of Japanese/Asian with, South Asian. It that makes it so interesting. The raw menu is crazy. There's some amazing oysters there, kimchi butter oysters that I just can't get enough of. I feel like I could just eat that all day long. They've made it modern and upscale with black truffle naan, that I'm also crazy about. And you can dip it in I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating, the best butter chicken I've ever had in my
oh.
life. Like, I want that butter chicken. I would have it every single day if my stomach wouldn't explode.
I need
Uh,
to know, Lorraine. Lorraine, did you have that butter chicken on a pizza a couple days ago? Because Olivier from Tamba was doing the guest pizza chef series, and he made a butter chicken pizza, and it was so
oh,
good down at
Oh,
Sand Dollar
man, I've
Lounge.
been missing a lot of these things because I have a 19-month-old, so it's hard for me to get
Uh-huh.
out of the house, so I say no a lot nowadays, to anything that's, an invitation where I have to go on a certain date. I'm liking how nowadays they get a lot of invites where they say, "Come in when you can,"
Hmm.
but
Yep.
going on a certain day right now is just I'm moving and I have a baby and I got all the situations going on, but butter chicken on a pizza, I'm
Yeah.
so there for it, Al. That sounds ridiculous. Dipping that truffle naan in the butter chicken, that is absolutely insane at Taba. Also, the setting. I just
Yeah.
love that setting. It's just modern. I swear, I can't get out of
Mm.
that word now.
Uh-huh.
It's like got those muted tones and it's just warm feeling. It feels like you're just being hugged when you walk in the door.
Hmm.
You gotta love that they call it modern Indian though, because yeah, it's a buzzword, but it lets you know that it's not your neighborhood Indian restaurant. And
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
Tamba
mm-hmm.
is nothing like your neighborhood Indian restaurant.
No.
It is upscale. It has got the fine dining touch. It has a great front of the house service. I mean, the guy running the front of the house used to be at Delilah on the strip. So it's very fancy when you go in. It's very nice when you go in. You can get say sushi that has Indian
Hmm.
spices on it. I mean, like where
Mm.
else are you going to get that? And I do think Of course, I don't know when the deals are signed, but I think it really cleared the way for Gymkhana coming to the Strip.
100%. I thought that when I heard about Gymkhana. Is it Cosmo?
It is at Aria.
Oh,
it's
Aria,
at Aria, right.
Yeah. And it's a Michelin-starred Indian restaurant that's coming to Las Vegas. And as I understand it, it is very expensive because everything opening on the Strip these days is very expensive. I have not been in there yet, but I don't think anybody was even thinking that you could get nice quality, the locals thinking you get quality upscale Indian food until they wandered into Tamba over the last 12 months. And now...
And that's a travesty.
Yeah, it is. But, they're changing the way people think about it. So I think it was number one. It wasn't on my list because I think it opened like last Christmas Day. So it wasn't technically in 2025, sure. I think. But Tamba, absolutely love.
I also think that so far it sounds like 2025 was the year of butter, honestly. So I don't know. Yeah. Al, are we going to continue in that direction? What's your first pick?
You know what? I mean, on the Strip, I love all the big expensive places that open. Pisces, Carbone Riviera, Bazaar Meat. Those are all great. But I walked into a restaurant for my birthday a few days ago, and it became my new favorite restaurant of the year. Amador Cocina Fina by Chef Oscar Amador. He ran EDO Tapas for years and years and years. He opened up Anima by EDO. He is working on a new restaurant called Brasseria by EDO. But he broke away from the EDO guys when they closed the original restaurant. And he said he wanted to do something there where he could be more experimental. And I mean, it's almost impossible to describe the types of dishes that I had there. He was bringing out things like, carrot cake, sea urchin carrot cake tart with chili peppers, right? Like just things that you've never imagined. And he's just dropping them one after another. It really took things in that experimental place that I love for food to go. That's why I love Ada's with Jackson Stamper. That's why I love this new restaurant. Honestly, that's why I love another one of my favorites to open is Stubborn Seed, because these are places where you'll never see these dishes on any other menu. These are just the creations of these chefs, and they're astounding. And if you do it at Amador Cucina, you're doing it at a reasonable price.
Tell us about Stubborn Seed.
Well, Stubborn Seed is Jeremy Ford's restaurant. It opened in Resorts World. I have a lot of respect for the Resorts World restaurant program. They are willing to take very odd chances. They have a vegan restaurant in there. And so they had Stubborn Seed. And it's this modern American where, little touches of molecular gastronomy, little touches of oysters with the mignonette as a foam, right? Stuff like that. Caviar on a macaron. I mean, a sweet macaron topped with Ocetra caviar. These are just tiny, weird little things that are just, they blow your mind in a single bite. And if you're not into that, you can always go to the bar and order from the bar menu, and they make a fantastic smash burger. So you don't have to go weird at Stubborn Seed, but you can. And for me, when you can get, like I said, man, a sweet macaron topped with caviar, that just blows my mind every time.
Nothing says 'tis the season in Las Vegas like the Magical Forest at Opportunity Village. In its 33rd season, tickets are on sale now, and they include unlimited rides, mini golf, the Magical Forest Holiday Lights walking path, and trips on the Forest Express train. You'll see Santa there and have an opportunity to get gifts, goodies, and treats throughout the season at the holiday shop, with a beer garden open select nights for the 21 and over crowd. Tickets for the Magical Forest are on sale at www.magicalforest.com. As one of the primary fundraisers for Opportunity Village, attending the Magical Forest directly supports people with disabilities in Southern Nevada. The Magical Forest at Opportunity Village is open every evening from December 15th through the 24th, and then again the 26th through the 31st. Get more details and purchase tickets at www.magicalforest.com and stay updated by following the event's social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Magical Forest OV. Tell me if this is you. Holidays are so far away, I don't have to worry about getting gifts. Oh my God, the holidays are right around the corner. Oh my God, I'm completely out of time. Well, if you want to skip the panic, do what I did this year, and that is get a hold of an Aura frame. You know, it is so hard to find a personal gift for the people you're closest to, but what better way than to share pictures that you know that they would love to see on a beautiful digital picture frame. It really is a beauty, and, you know, the photo quality is amazing, and every frame that you send as a gift comes packaged in a premium gift box. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames. They've been named #1 by Wirecutter. Just use the promo code CityCast at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code CityCast. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and those frames do sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support this show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Lorraine, let's go with another one of your picks. What else are you liking from this past year?
So I would be remiss if I did not mention the reopening of Bazaar Meat. Now, this has been on my
Yay.
people's tops list for a million years. I will tell you, like, full disclosure, I opened up the original Bazaar Meat as a cook, and I was there for many years. So, you know, is there like a little bit of bias? Possibly, but at the same time, when everybody else agrees with me, it's kind of like, okay, maybe I don't.
And if
It's
you
not a
work
bias.
there, that bias could go the other way too. You could be salty about it.
Yes, and I can also say that as someone who opened the restaurant and was so proud of the original product, for me to say that it's better than ever, that says something too, because, you know, I'm very proud of the original concept. And a lot of the old cooks and chefs are working at the new Bazaar at the Venetian. It originally was at the Sahara and the SLS when it opened. But what is different about it is that it's so much more refined. It's kind of gotten to that level of, like, honestly, a Robuchon. Like, it should definitely be on Michelin's very short list to get at least a star. The plating is perfect now. It's so tight. Just as a chef looking at it, I'm like blown away by how beautiful that plating is. The actual space is finally living up to the quality of the food. The space is gorgeous. There's different rooms. There's different private dining rooms. There's a gorgeous patio that looks out to the strip.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think everything that Chef Jose Andres touches is amazing.
And he's a good
I
dude.
think he's a very cool dude. I can tell you a lot of inside stories about him. He's good all around, even personally. Yeah, he's
Lorraine,
wild.
let me ask you, like, what's one thing that someone should order when they go there? Like, of course, we always hear about the chicken liver cotton candy. Like, is that all it's cracked up to be? Is there something
Cotton
else?
candy foie gras.
That's
It
what
is
it was.
the most
Cotton candy foie
amazing
gras.
dish ever. It is a life-changing dish. Yes.
Oh, gosh.
This
Okay.
is one of those things that is like the cooks. So when the cooks like fire something for themselves, you know that it's good. The freaking Kobe airbreads. So it's actual real Kobe that's on the top. And it's one of the few restaurants in America that serves real Kobe beef. So they take that trim and they slice it very thinly and they put it on top of an air bread, which is what it sounds like. It looks like a football. It's hollow in the center. Very tricky bake, by the way, to get it to rise like that. We would cut a hole in the middle, the bottom middle of it, and pipe in Parmigiano Spuma, which is basically Parmigiano Reggiano made into a whipped cream. It's filled with that, then topped with onion jam, and then the very thinly sliced Kobe beef. When you take a bite of it, you need to make sure that you have a plate or your hand under you because it will literally explode. And also explode your taste buds. It's basically it's one of those things again where it's like
deconstructed.
it's a Philly cheesesteak, but
that's really funny.
elevated.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds so good.
Miss.
And Elle, it sounds like you agree with that too, or do you have another pick that you would recommend ordering off of the menu?
No, actually, I had that down in my notes, the Philly cheesesteak from Bazaar Meat. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
My plan is I'll sit at the bar. I'll get I'm not going to remember the name now. I'm going to call it the Philly cheesesteak as opposed to the Kobe air bread.
That's what some of the servers called it when they delivered it to me. So they'll know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Good. I'll get that. I'll get the foie gras cotton candy. I'll get a martini. And yeah, when I go to La Boheme, it's going to be a martini and a pat of butter.
Martinis.
All right, Al, give me one more pick, please.
Okay, something out of the ordinary. Durango's Social Club, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
Yes.
Tell me
by
more. I've heard
Dan
Yes.
about it so
Cromer.
much.
It is a pop-up focused restaurant. Dan Cromer, he ran Other Mama and became tremendously successful here in Las Vegas. He had a space a few doors down that he tried to do a coffee breakfast shop in there. It didn't quite work out. So he decided he's going to make it Durango Social Club and he's going to host pop-ups. For the first 3 or 4, maybe 5 weeks, maybe even a little longer, he was doing a 5-course meal that he prepared himself. And he brought in Renato Lebrun to do the wines and a good mixologist. And then he started bringing in really inexpensive people to do pop-ups there. So In Limbo Hamburgers is in there, and Toddy Shop Indian Food came in there to do very, very approachable. And then he brought in Chef Tyler Vorse, who used to work at the French Laundry, and he did a 7-course tasting menu, and they just extended that one through February. So Durango Social Club, you never know what you're going to get in there. It is really, in my opinion, it is trying to fill the void that Vegas Test Kitchen left for us when it closed down, only in a much different way, right? And it allows them to do very elevated things, and it's one chef at a time. So a lot of times you can go in there Thursday and Friday, you can get inexpensive Indian food, and then Saturday and Sunday, you can get 7-course meals from Tyler Vorse. And, it's different every time. In Limbo smash burgers, go there. They're so great, these double smash burgers, and they're crispy and they're caramelized and everything. You get everything there. So I have to say, man, bravo to Dan for Durango Social Club. Brilliant idea. And I hope that people go out and support it.
It's so amazing. And I would also say their cocktail program is really cool.
That was great.
The bar staff is really great at doing an accompaniment of either wine or cocktails to each menu, the menus that Al is talking about. So something that pairs well with French type food, something that pairs well with Indian food. They're very good at that. And the service, the couple of times that I've been, has been excellent.
Okay, let's do one more rapid fire. Just give me the one place that should not be missed and one line about why. Go ahead, Lorraine. We'll start with you.
I have to say Bar Bohème.
Okay.
It's perfect.
Doubling down.
It's perfect. I can't say enough good things about it. It's, like I said, my favorite James Trees restaurant now. It's got that perfect mix of casual and elegant. And I mean, come on, just go for the freaking baguette and butter. That alone will make you happy.
All right, Al?
I'm going to go inexpensive this time, even though I have a lot of fancy places that I don't think you should miss if you had the money. But not everybody has the money for those places. Go downtown, go to the Soho Lofts, and check out Gorilla Pizza. Robbie is back. He made Gorilla Pizza as a pop-up during COVID, I think. He was delivering it to people, and then he brought it into Hard Hat Lounge. It is one of the absolute
the
best
Detroit-style place.
Detroit
I love
styles.
that pizza.
So
hell yeah.
he left town for a little while. Of course, they got other great stuff over at Hard Hat, but he is now back and he has his own Gorilla Pizza spot, and it's in the Soho Lofts, and don't miss it.
Yeah, I was heartbroken when they closed down and he wasn't opening up a brick and mortar somewhere else. And actually, I just saw this pop up on my Instagram last night. The Vegas foodies are out there and eating that delicious, oh man, the crust on a Detroit style. You really can't beat it. I love it.
That melted cheese gets all crispy.
So good. It's almost like a focaccia. Oh, I love it. But I do also love the burgers at Hard Hat now, too. Okay, so last question. What do you think these new openings of 2025 tell us about dining trends in Las Vegas and maybe what's to come in this next year?
I think in 2026, we are going to see the casinos realize that they need locals. And I think we're going to start seeing locals parking deals and local specials because it's not sustainable the way that it's broken down. And there are deals on the Strip, by the way. There always have been. It's just that those mid-level customers are not coming. So that's why they're really hyping up the expensive stuff, because the expensive things are coming. But I think they're going to start coming to us. They're going to start coming to the locals and say, okay, we thought it was going this way, but we'd like to have you guys back. So hopefully the locals are forgiving, right? Because locals do tend to hold a grudge. So
we love a deal, though. All right, Lorraine, what about you? What do you think that this year's openings are saying maybe about next year?
So I think it's diversity. So one of my most anticipated restaurants of next year is going to be Maroon at Sahara by Kwame Onwuachi, who does this amazing Afro-Caribbean food, specializes and Jamaican and just so many African cultures that we don't get a lot of, especially in Southern Nevada. And I feel like this is a great example of, it's opening this door for more diversity. It's hard to imagine that he's going to be the first Black chef owner of a restaurant. Clearly, there have been Black chefs on the Strip, but Black chef owner, that's insane. In 2025, 2026, that says something as well. But this is going to be live fire again. He's going to be bringing this not new cuisine, but it's new to us. That's going to be delicious and spicy with Scotch bonnet peppers and all the things that we never had in Las Vegas. So I think it's opening that door to more specific Latin restaurants, not just the ones that we know about, but like the Peruvians and like the Colombian and just like the Asian restaurants, they're exploding in terms of being more specific. Like, we now have a tendon Japanese restaurant, Chamon, in Chinatown, like these restaurants that are very specific types of cuisine that are underrepresented right now.
I am dying to find out how Sahara is going to market Chef Kwame, how they're going to lean into that Afro-Caribbean thing, or whether they're just going to push the steakhouse aspect of it. And it's up to journalists to let people know that it has this entirely new, very cool perspective, right? Because I don't know how you message that, but I'm excited and I hope that it works.
I feel like they've been doing a pretty good job so far. I did interview him for Desert Companion this year. And
it was a great piece. That's how I heard about it and about his unique perspective. Yes.
Yeah, he's very rooted in the places that he has restaurants already. So New York City and DC. And he's planning to do the same in Las Vegas. He made the effort to go to 3 Square. He made the effort to go to Obodo Collective and see what's really happening in our community, not just being a celebrity chef, in quotes, on the Strip, the way a lot of restaurateurs come in here and they're just like, yeah, I'm a celebrity chef. I'm going to open a restaurant. He was like, you know what? I'm going to go into the community, see what the community needs and address those needs. And so I feel like Sahara is going to lean on that because it's unusual and it's going to bridge that gap that Al's talking about, which is bringing us locals, people who live here, to the Strip to enjoy something that we can't get near our homes.
Yeah, seriously.
So I'm really hoping that happens. I'm really hoping that it becomes very popular because I am very familiar with his cuisine and it is freaking bomb.
Amazing. Oh my gosh. Thank you both. I'm an anxious person, so I feel like I do have a plan now for what I need to eat, or at least where I need to start right away in the new year before I then go expanding beyond that. Lorraine, Al, thank you so much for being here.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This has been fun.
And that's all for today here in CityCast Las Vegas. If you enjoyed this show, send it to a friend. Make some dinner plans. You can also rate our show and leave us a review. That really helps. And don't forget, subscribe to our morning newsletter. You can also support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Las Vegas neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Take care.